Morning, traders. It is 9:03 Central Standard Time on the 13th of April. Yesterday was painful. I didn't get on. I'm just checking out some stuff here as usual. Today and this week, I will be looking at Tradovate directly. So this will be the third week of the test. First was Investor RT with DT and IQ feed, then Investor RT with Rhythmic. Now this is straight up Tradovate. I took a couple of trades before I could get the stream up and running. Had a loser here right at the bottom, which was kind of a drag. Picked up a good one here. The bracket took me out, so I missed the bulk of this move. Had a short here, looking for that continuation up and didn't get it, and took a short down here. So I'm up $65 total. And there we see the trades, 217 up and $1.65. And drawdowns, it's 335 up, so we're at $50 or something like that. And we're 52,337 on the step 2 of the combine. So we got 700 or 600 and change to the funded. And these are the two trades. Go 1/6 to two shorts, and two and two. So there you have it. And I will say that these were right at the open. I watched the open. I'm still not quite sure why these time frames overlap here. That's a little bit annoying, but it seems like that's what it is. And it did not delay, so the the function was smooth and quick. I'm looking at the utilization down here as I did for the other systems. And for some reason, well, all three are on the GPU, which is kind of good. Except the Tradovate Trader is running high power usage at 5 point, basically 5, say averaging 4.5%. And nothing else is running on the GPU. So, oh, look at down here. What's this? OBS 64. Oh, it's the video encoder for the stream. That's the biggest. That's taking the largest hit utilization-wise, but it's low power consumption. So that's interesting that we're right up here about a little over 50% on the GPU. Anyway, so this will be a quick off and on, just for the record. These are the trades that I took, unfortunately, off stream. I was trying to get the stream started, but just one priority has got to be priority, and then I log on and make sure that I've got this. I was looking for an extended down move after the open, and it did not. It reversed and took the stop, and then I picked it up going the other direction. And this was the bracket that took it out here. It could have continued, of course, all the way up to the 20 target, or the target in this case is 20 points. So we could have gone up here quite easily. And then another look at the continuation past that all-time high, and topped out. Kind of a fumble, because I had an opportunity to get it up to break even or past here on this little bit of a jump, and when I get over here with a trade on it, using the crossbars, the crosshairs, it kind of gets funky looking, and I couldn't grab the order and move it up. I didn't have Jigsaw open at the time. It was only, and there was no dome. So that's what happened there. And then another short just to the target. So there we go. So let's hope that Tradovate has got their act together. There's several updates have happened in the past week, including today. And I hope that they have ironed out some issues with that lagging, because It's real convenient. You could just pop open a browser on any computer and jump in there real fast if you need to. They've got a phone app, which I don't use or haven't, but some people. There's a fella that got funded on TopStep that only trades on his phone. He does not have a computer to trade on. So hats off to that guy. And he trades while he's at work, running a skid loader like a bobcat. Guy in Georgia. They did a podcast with him. Seems like a nice fella. And I was just astounded. I'm all picky about trying to get all this charting working and everything. And here's a guy that's got his cell phone sitting in a cell phone holder while he's running a skid loader on a construction project, and is a funded trader and got funded. So who's a better trader? I guess that guy is. But I don't phone app thing. And I'm not real crazy about the Tradovate dome either. To be honest about it. But that's just a personal preference, of course. And we seem to be having excellent everything across the board as far as audio and connection. And I realized the other day when I reviewed the stream that somehow the frame for the stream had gotten shifted off to the left somehow, and a piece of this was not being picked up, of this last bit over here of the view. So apologize for that. Oh, well, it'd be kind of nice to grab another one out of here, but I'm not going to take a short ride here. It's just obviously it has been an uptrend. We've had to put in a new all-time high. One of the things that disappoints me the most about Tradovate, one of the things is, look at the Renko. Sucks. And there's no VWAP, there's no volume profile, there's no anything. It's just candles. And they just paint colors, so you have no wicks, or really are not able to see any of the if they had the Unirenko, and if I don't know why it doesn't plot volume profile or anything, cumulative delta, relative tick, relative volume, nothing plots in the Renko charting. I'm not sure what that is, but that would be pretty. What are we adding? I don't think you need to add a new features to anything. Here, I'm not sure what the hell that's all about, and I'm not sure that I like them doing stuff like that. It's not supposed to do any update on, it's trading right with the dome, so can't ask for much more than that. I guess. I wonder if I can set this up with the white. I don't think you can do much. Oh yes, wake up, wake down. Oh, there you go. White. White. What neutral body is all about there. Show fill. Doodly doodly doo. Do. Well, there we go. That's a little easier to see. Perhaps a little brighter for the stream. This gray neutral candle over here is kind of weird looking. See if I can get that set right. Okay. That's a little much over here. When it's short like that, it's kind of a lot, isn't it? Well, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Trying to make it a little brighter for the stream here so that the colors carry through better. Easier to see, etc., etc. A little brighter. Not sure about that white. Maybe silver or some kind of brighter gray color will be better, but we'll see how it works. Anyway, we've got a kind of a open auction actually after that run to new high, and we did put in a new high all time. And 14,000 just kind of laying up there is going, come on, boys. So we'll see whether I'm sure they're eyeing that over, but we'll see if they can figure out how to get it up there or not. Wouldn't want to take this breakout here, even though the ES is making some headway. Well, take that back. I was looking at this candle because it hadn't scooched over there far enough, but yeah. Yeah. I guess what I will do is trade to the bottom of the hour. Make sure everybody's in bed for the 05:30. Now the school's back on. We're up at 5:30 in the morning. It's a little bit changed my life a bit. Life a bit. Well, you going to run it down there, guys, or not? I'd like to see them blow down through this volume and start heading down for the VWAP, but this is a huge volume area. EOC has shifted down again. It's not a good spot to trade, even though it looks like it might run down. Got down below this, we might get some downward movement. Down to the value area low, it'd be nice to be able to pick up just a couple of points here. See if we can get a little bit down there. On the value area low, short, and maybe not. And so we won't lose anything anyway. Down to $100 and it didn't get anywhere. Where'd our target go? Way south, right? That value area low is right at 18. So I'm guessing we're going to down around that. Whether we can fall through that or not, I don't know. Let's see if we get down here to the $100. That'd be all right. There we go. All right. You see how the bracket moved there, even though I was running the protection. That makes for a little bit easier trade for me. However, of course, had I not let that bracket hit, we had the potential of that target. So we'd have been down there at 905, down in this area right here. It's a pretty far stretch. We'll see. Anyway, so we're at 225 on the day. 5 trades, 2 shorts, 2 losses, and 3 winners. And I'd say if they can get it out from below this low here, they're liable to get some running going on here. get into this string here. Be pretty amazing if they get down here to the open or test VWAP. Settle is 13,808. Well, that's way down here. Well, they're coming down to that 5, so there would have been my 10 points if that bracket, if I had left that bracket off. 20 points, I'm sorry. Right there, just passed through it. So there would have been the target. And the way this works is that the reason this is catching is it's coming within 1 tick. You know? Maybe I need to rethink that whole idea, but we're 225 on the day, 5 trades, 54.93, 52.93, 52.493. So about 500 and couple dollars to the funding. And I think that I'm going to call this a day. At 10 minutes to the bottom of the hour. If I make these like some sort of a silver, that white's a little much. That's what it was. There we go. 226 is across the board. What's that look like? Okay. Yeah, that's a little less shocking there, I guess. But still, I still think that does quite well for the stream. I don't know. Maybe that's like shades of gray. You know, maybe I can't really tell that from white. Anyway, I hear binging and banging going on out there. I got to find out what my daughter's up to. I just pull this down. Can I get to 226? Honey, I can't do that. Okay. What? Go right up the back up here to 226. There we go. All right. So they came right down there to 15 past, well, 10 past my target, so 30 points. And then are balancing it out. So I'm quite content with that 225. And the stream seems to be streaming. So we're 60%, 3, 4. We're 5 trades, 3 winners, 2 losers. $500 and it nets out at 2.25 or goes 6 after commissions. So we're 160, 165, and 170 with 2 stops. This stop actually got some positive slippage there. I don't think I moved that. So that's not so bad after all, is it? I'll just go up here and change the title. Reflect the 225. There we go. And we'll just get this back to NQ. Tradovate. There we go. All right, so I think that says what it is. Oh, no, I got a better idea. I'm going to change this to an abbreviation so that it doesn't take up so much space. That's TST. There we go. That's a little better. Well, traders, remember that past performance is not indicative of future results. You have one mission as a trader, and that is to trade for tomorrow. You're not here to trade tomorrow. All of your practice and training and money you spent on lessons and all that stuff, just a giant waste. So manage your risk, trade your plan. However, how's that saying? Oh yeah, plan the trade and trade the plan. There you go. And that's the way to do it. Trade what you see, not what you think. Getting a nice curving bottom here, looks like, and some upward movement towards the into value for sure, and probably going to move up to the POC there. Cross this volume, spike up towards this high volume area, high volume node, or whatever all these volume profile guys call it. Looks like the looks to me like the VWAP is kind of funky again down here at 873, and this is pretty damned accurate at 3919. The difference, however, is that this VWAP is calculated from the Globex Open. This is from the session open, as are the value and all the different volumes. Nice curved bottom there, and little uptick. But again, I'm happy with 2 1/4, and I'm going to be out of here in 4 minutes and intimidate my daughter into getting some sleep for school, and get some myself. I'm pretty tired from yesterday. As you get older, it's amazing how stuff you used to do knocks you for a loop. You know, it used to be you go out and party and carry on and get up in the morning and work all day, and you're just ready to go again. Now I work 20-something hours, and I'm ready for a rest. I'm ready to go again, all right, but go again on sleep. So we have new high of the day, new all-time high, I'm sorry. We are definitely in risk on, of course. Just to kind of recap, this is like the pre-market after the pre-market, I guess. Here's our daily, and there was our high of previous high, and now we're at an all-time new. So kind of spooky trading up here, but I'm going to be pretty darn surprised if these guys don't get to that 14,000. That's talk about a big fat round number. That's about as big and fat as you can get. I remember trading, and everybody was thinking that 3,000 was just astronomically high for the NASDAQ. It could never get up to that level and maintain it. And here we are, almost 5 times higher. Wow, pretty amazing. And that was not so long ago. So I'm thinking they're headed for POC, but they're going to do it without me. Okay, traders, I've glad that I was able to get that trade on the stream, and there is a record of the pre-stream trades that I just couldn't get things turned on fast enough. My trading computer is only used for that, and that's the only software. So that's one of the advantages or disadvantages, how you look at it, of Tradovate. You can pop this browser. This is the desktop Tradovate, but you can pop the browser up and it looks essentially this in a second on Chrome, and you're trading, which is what I did at the open over here. And when I saw the action, I decided and made a couple of trades. I wanted to be sure and get that recorded on the stream, and here we are at the POC, as suggested would happen a couple minutes ago. That's the VPOC and the 1 standard deviation to the upside. So anywhere along here, a crossover of the value area low, that still would have been a good 10 points plus across. So that would have been a nice little chunk there. However, so anyway, and that's took me, that period of time to get the trading machine up and on and fired up and the stream going. So I'm happy that happened, and it looks like the stream health is good and the audio is not being funky with all the dropped whatever frames or whatever it was talking about before. So there we are. A couple of good trades, 2 1/4 up, and read the market pretty cleanly, including calling this pull back to the this rounding bottom and bottoming action and pull back up to the POC. So I feel pretty good about that, and I hope that this channel is helpful to you, and that you can get something out of my thinking and the way I trade it. And of course, none of this is to be taken as trade advice or suggestions. I'm not licensed to give that kind of advice or anything, but this is essentially my visual virtual trading journal, and my dialogue over the top is to articulate my thinking so that when I review these trades, I can see and hear what was going on in my mind and on the screen at the same time, and then analyze that from an objective position after the point. That's the idea. So we've had the time change now, and we're into the second bracket, and third bracket, I'm sorry. We're into C. That dark blue C is hard as hell to see over. And this will be a Tradovate week. So, so far so good. What we are doing down here is that. Kind of interesting how that Tradovate, I wonder what happens with just the browser running. That'll be a test for tomorrow. It is kind of encouraging that I do feel a little better that all of the trading is now going through the the GPU. So that ought to, it kind of always bothered me that it didn't. And here's the stream encoder. Now this might be something to look into, an off GPU encoder for that capture. I also understand that the OBS encoder is a little bit slicker and better than the Streamlabs, so I'll have to look into those things. But so far it's running 70%. Temperatures are good. No problems there. We got plenty of resources here. We're not even at 10% utilization of the resources. So that's a good thing. And I have 64 megs of RAM, so there's or gigs of RAM, so that's never going to be an issue. The CPU should not be an issue either, as it's real low, obviously. And we were pushing the GPU, so there we have it. And it's running at 53C. I'll have to check what the spec on the NVIDIA GeForces. It's an RTX 2060 Super with 8 gigs of RAM. All right, so trade safe. And remember to trade for tomorrow. That's your only real goal as a trader, because if you can be here to trade tomorrow, it's called consistent profitability, and that's the goal. So we'll shut that down. We're hanging right on the POC in that that one standard deviation or sigma 1 positive. And I'm out, traders.